Hey guys, it's been a while since I've actually put out some YouTube content, but lockdown, quarantine, why not? Let's do this. This video is not going to be too long. I literally had an idea as a small business owner on surviving a pandemic. Like, this is crazy. None of us expected 2020 to be like this. Nobody saw this coming. A lot of businesses are actually dying from this whole COVID-19 situation, and I'm just so fortunate and thankful to God that my businesses are still alive. So I thought I'd just share some of the tips that have helped me, and hopefully if it helps even just one person, then job done. Tip number 1, adapt your services. I'm a seamstress by trade, so I make dresses, clothing, accessories, bow ties out of African print fabrics. But during this whole COVID-19 situation, at the beginning, I was freaking out. I was like, what on earth am I going to do? I was like, God help. I don't have a clue what I'm doing. I don't have a clue what to do now. I just sat staring at the computer some days, and I remember a friend, also my brother, just mentioned to me, why don't you start selling masks? And at first I thought, what's the point? It's not going to be necessary. People aren't really going to wear them or need them. So I instead decided, okay, I'll figure out how to make a mask myself, and then I'll just make a tutorial for it. I was not ready for what happened next. People were buying masks and masks and masks. And I was just like, whoa, this is a lot. But if I hadn't listened to their advice, if I hadn't have adapted my services, I genuinely don't think my business would have still been standing today. Tip number 2, use your time wisely. Sounds so simple, sounds so duh, but once I got that vision or idea to make masks, I invested time in learning how to make them. I invested time in making a tutorial for them. At a time like this, a lot of us want to be busy doing something, but sometimes you can be busy doing something that amounts to nothing. Take time to step back and analyze what you can actually do that's going to help you. Personal growth is a great thing right now. Even spending time with your family, it's actually made this a whole lot easier. Tip number 3, create a new normal. As much as I guess I don't want to admit it and you don't want to admit it, this is now normal. What we used to have, what used to happen, we don't know when we're going to get that back. We don't know if we're going to get that back. I challenge you, create your own normal. Create a new normal. 2020 has been backwards anyway. So what's the worst that can happen? Just because there's a pandemic, it doesn't mean that you can't make plans and have goals and reach new heights. So I've actually shared 3 small business tips on how to survive a pandemic, but there's more. And actually, to find out the other 3 tips that I'm going to share, you guys need to head over to my second business channel, Sailor Apparel, where you'll find the other 3 business tips on how to survive a pandemic. I hope these 3 tips have been helpful, useful. For those of you who are struggling right now, I definitely would love to pray for you. So send me a message, comment below, subscribe. We're in this together. Sometimes we forget that. I hope that your business survives and thrives the pandemic. God bless and speak to you soon. Bye.